not special. Maybe I am. I don't know. We're gonna start
What
anyways.
kind of special though?
I'm super special. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, I've been called special too.
I'm the slow.
Only it was not.
I'm the slow special, not the kind you want.
Yeah, uh,
What's going on,
I
everybody?
don't think
What's going on, Jello? How are you doing today, man?
I'm doing awesome. It was a wonderful night and gorgeous morning here
In Canada.
in Canada.
Oh yeah. Well, right on. Hope you're doing well at home. Thanks for being here with us. Today is Wednesday, April 7th. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Bitcoin, it's hump day. Get over that hump. Bitcoin trading at 56,255. Did not daily close above our resistance talking about on Monday. And we are seeing sort of the, I don't want to say repercussions, but it looks like there was some really, really heavy downside volume and probably going to continue off. Continue, going down. So just looking at the daily, weekly, and if you'd like to really gain some perspective, I take a recommendation at looking at the monthly, Just take a look at the monthly really quick. It just might help you. Not saying that we have to go all the way back to, whatever. It is what it is, but let's just gain perspective on where we are at realistically in the grand scheme of things. Thanks for being here. We've got some news to talk about today. Not a whole lot on the agenda, but we are going to keep it under an hour. That's Jello's job besides relaying message from chat. So if you want to engage with me or Jello or whatever, yeah, just type it in chat and we'll get to those questions, take suggestions from you, talk about XRP, Ethereum, Cardano. I know you probably got one. Ave, we'll look at Ave for Jello. We'll look at Bitcoin at the end. And I've got a couple things for news talking about the SEC in regards to Ripple. But other than that, I don't really have any mainstream news. I mean, there was like a bunch of longs that got liquidated yesterday, so that might be something to consider. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the show, and yeah, we're gonna start off with some Ripple news here.
Okay, well, there was one question permit, and I don't know how you're going to um, deal with people that are just starting in general advice. So anyway, he says he invested for the first time in XRP and have been doing tons of research, but still feel out of my depth, not death, depth. So he's just has a general curiosity on, I guess, what to do or what to look out for.
Let me relay that. Let me reread that question. Excuse me. Invested in crypto for the first
Yep.
time in XRP. Have been doing toonies of research. Thanks for the question, by the way. You still feel out of your depth. Okay. Maybe if you could explain where you're feeling out of your depth a little bit, because like where do you feel like you're lacking? You've invested in a project that is probably going to continue to perform well in the coming years. XRP, so good on you for making that move. I personally would spend my time and look for other there are other things that you could be learning about, because Ripple in and of itself is kind of a stale. They've kind of been frozen in time by this whole SEC lawsuit thing. So yes, you can look into the tech and learn about it, because that they have their own, you can have their own wallet and stuff, and there are Ripple, they have smart contracts or whatever. It's very transactable. But I think there are other areas like DeFi and staking that I would rather you as a new investor spend your time, because congratulations, you've bought Ripple and it sounds like you're making some money, so that's great. I don't think you have to worry about it too much. I would look for other coins and projects that you can stake. So you just basically have coins and then you stake those coins and you passively generate more coins. And as many of those as you can, I think you'll be better off. And that's kind of where I like to recommend people start, because a lot of people want to trade when they get into crypto, and that's great. But whenever you take yourself out of the crypto market, you lose your edge to gain when the entire crypto market increases in value because you've exited, so to speak. So I'm never going to leave the crypto market. That doesn't mean I don't trade, and that doesn't mean I don't take profit. But I just encourage people to start building up passive income as quickly as soon as possible, and make that your first priority. And then you can, when you're making $10,000 a month passively, you can trade with, you can take, $1,000 and go long some Dogecoin or whatever you want to do. But it's much better to position yourself that way. I think you have time. Time is in your favor right now. So the this opportunity to accumulate, these altcoins that are going to perform really well, might not be present as lucrative in, let's say, 5 years or 4 years or maybe even 2 years. So that's what I recommend. Don't focus on one coin, on one project too much. If you feel like you're getting bogged down by the technicals, you ask me specific questions maybe. I'm not 100% super, but I know a lot of really super technical people. So I'm pretty sure I could get you an answer. So let's take a look at the SEC lawsuit really quick. Long-term hodl rather than day trade is definitely the way to go. I always recommend people have multiple perspectives when they're trading or investing into crypto. You can have your long-term hodl portfolio where you really don't care what happens with cryptocurrency market. Should it go down, you'll buy more. Should it go up, that's great. You're going to hold it for 5 to 10 years, whatever that is. You've got you've got staking coins. Ideally, I'm suggesting liquidity mining once the transaction fees get lower. And if this sounds like it's going way over your head, liquidity mining is just using your liquid assets, which could be stable coins, DAI, USDC, Tether, CRV, and passively generating very lucrative returns on those digital assets. And then you can trade, but long-term hodl, stake, DeFi, and then you can trade. Yeah. Just a difference of perspective. Don't trade with more than I don't know. If you're trading with the Bitcoin, I'll put it this way. I feel like you should have at least 10 Bitcoins in your long-term hodl portfolio. That's my opinion. All right, on to numero uno. Ripple wins.
That's a lot of money.
Ripple wins access to SEC's internal documents, Bitcoins, and Ether. Someone actually bet me $100 this weekend. I was playing poker and that I couldn't show them some Bitcoins. In a ruling that I won that bet. In the ruling that could boost Ripple's defense, judge says SEC must disclose discussions on whether XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum are securities. And a settlement now near.
What the heck?
What the heck? In what could be a significant boost in Ripple's legal defense, Ripple Labs has won its bid to compel the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, to produce documents related to the agency's internal discussion about cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. And Ether. Very excited to read those whenever those come out. The latest ruling by the U.S. Magistrate Judge Sarah Netburn may be a major legal development for Ripple as it tries to bolster its fair notice defense and the ongoing lawsuit. We've talked about the fair notice defense. Basically, as a security, you have to allow equal time for your investors to exit the market before you publicly sue them as the SEC. So, we can drop all this. I'll drop the article to this, and you can read more about it if you are interested. But basically, this is pretty bullish news for XRP's legal team, I think, in that this is just going to end up in a nullified court case. If anything, the SEC is going to see repercussions. They're going to get slapped, not Ripple Labs. because they handled this improperly. And that's my opinion.
That's correct, Alec. That's correct. Okay, speaking of opinions, maybe we can clarify that a lot of this is just opinion. Well, neither of us have, well, I know I don't. I don't have any financial experience. So maybe you'd like to add something to that?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm 100% not a financial advisor, and hopefully you are able to gain, entertainment and education value from these streams. Um, I'm definitely not trying to create a pump and dump group. I'm not trying to create a group of sheeple who take my word as law. Whenever I draw these lines and do these technical analysis or talk about projects or whatever, it's totally just my opinion. Uh, everyone's entitled to their opinion, and if you think my technical analysis is trash, that's fine. I would love for you to come on to the Crypto World News stream and share your screen, and we can put it on the stream. And I would love to see your technical analysis, because if you're just going to talk shit, just be ready to back it up, because I'm not the type of guy that you control with, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come here and back it up. Like, let's talk. That's what I'm going to want. Keep trolling. I don't care, but let's talk. I love to learn from people, and it seems like a lot of the people who have, people have more information and, experience than I do. And I'm hopefully just like one part of this Crypto World News show. And there's like a bunch of other people who find value and enjoy educating other people or entertaining other people, however you want to call it. But yeah, no, me and Jello here. We're really just here for you to like make decisions for yourself. That's the best way that I can put it.
Yes, because I know I don't like people telling me what to do with my coins
Hell no.
and get mad when I don't do it, right? I've had that before in the past.
Yeah.
Like it's just and of course the person was wrong, which really did me bad, but that's okay. So you have to make your own mind up.
So
And that's enough of that. Huh?
No, I was just gonna say that's absolutely right. You have to make your own mind up, and um, what I would place my bet on, because you are as a cryptocurrency investor, I would like for you to realize that you are a speculator speculating on a speculative asset. Okay, so if all of those S's don't throw up red flags for you as an investor, then let me just let you know. When you're a speculator speculating on speculative assets, there's risks involved, but those risks also come with rewards. And I want to show you, if your ability to be educated, if you have the ability and knowledge to see what I'm trying to show you here, then the gamble, which you call it, might seem more like an educated guess. So if we look at the cryptocurrency market cap, the total market cap at the beginning of this year was $800 billion. Okay? This is the total market cap excluding Bitcoin. This is the total market cap including Bitcoin. So here we are, right here, 117. Okay, so anyways, about 111. Here we are, $773 billion was our cryptocurrency market cap. Okay, 700 billion. Currently, we are at almost 1.9 trillion dollars. Coinbase listing, IPO, institutional investors, ETFs, off the Yeezy. I've never seen more hype around altcoins. Bitcoin's great. I love Bitcoin, but there are going to be so many Cardano billionaires that are passively generating income at such a. I'm not just Cardano. There's a bunch of coins, but if you can realize that in less than 4 months we've effectively doubled our market cap, what will the market cap be at the end of this year? Maybe somewhere between 2 to 4 trillion, I guess. What will it be in
Oh,
4 years? probably somewhere like 10 trillion. So if
That's
you're if you
more than some countries.
yeah, if your ability to understand that perspective of future value and future use case and not only and like future market cap, then then you'll see why that gamble is more of an educated guess, in my opinion. And I'm gonna get some more water on that note.
Cool. So anyway, um, so what you're saying is you are personally liable for any financial mistakes I make? No, Kermit. It's exactly the opposite. 100% the opposite. We are not professionals. We just get on the internet and tell what we think. It's an opinion. Oh, okay, you're kidding. That's good because most of the time I don't even know what I had for breakfast. What did I have? Oh, yeah, coffee and cookies. You're funny, Kermie. Kirby. Oh, God, no, that's Miss Piggy saying that, isn't it? I don't want to be a Miss Piggy.
All right.
Uh-oh, I think he had to go to the store for water.
No, I had to mix it up. It's I take these like branch chain amino acids, BCAAs, and if anyone works out here, it like is it's the tits for working out.
Cool.
It doesn't get you hyped up or anything. It's just like super hydration. It's like muscle nutrients. I feel like for my muscles so strong. Ugh. Just kidding.
Okay, we got 40 minutes left. Maybe we can talk a bit about coins. Some coins you want to
Oh yeah.
chart.
Yep. We'll take some suggestions from the audience, and then let's take some suggestions. Let's look at BTC is probably going to come down. Let's take a look at ETH. ETH to BTC. ETH to BTC. Yeah, still looks good, I think. This daily doesn't look super hot, but I think we're probably right on support here, especially if Bitcoin decides to like dump. I think a lot of these altcoins will have a interesting position to gain to the Satoshi value, and I'm hoping that Ethereum is one of those. Just doesn't that look pretty? I don't know. I think this looks pretty. Let's look at the ETH to the USD because I think this is going to be this chart is going to be a little bit more difficult to. Yeah, because this is price discovery. You can't. It's hard to use. I mean, we could say. I don't know. I'm still bullish on ETH, regardless of what BTC is going to do. I think. Just because of ETH, when ETH 2. When the transaction fees become more reasonable again, then the use case for Ethereum is just going to skyrocket because the total volume locked in the DeFi space is going to just implode or explode, really. Let's see, OMG is just popping off. Probably going to continue. What else did we want to look at? ADA. ADA to the BTC. Yeah, dude. If you take people's financial advice and you do well on it, you're setting yourself up for failure. And I know that sounds like oxymoronic, but when you rely on other people's information or signals for your success, I guarantee you're setting yourself up for a failure. And the worst part about that failure is you don't even know who to blame because you don't even know what you did wrong because you've just been doing what other people have been telling you for forever. You're sheep people. You're not real people. You're sheep people. I was
If you get shared, it's your own fault.
playing poker with this guy, Asian Mike. He was the funniest guy. He was just Oh, why you fall? Why you fall? You know card? You don't want to play cards?
Yeah, I love it when they do that, eh?
He's,
Play up the race part.
but that was him though. Like he was just
Yeah, no, I
super
know.
happy, super, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, looks like ADA on the weekly looks great. I think if we came down to a lower time frame daily, this just looks like some really strange. Doesn't this look weird? Like, have you ever seen a chart? Have you ever seen a chart look like that before?
A lot of the crypto charts I've never seen before.
Yeah,
Just like your weekly BTC. Now, what do you think is going on with this chart?
the weekly BTC.
No, the one that you're looking at now, the ADA. What do you think?
Oh, this is very very bullish to me. This looks like this was our first goal, and we smashed the shit out of that. We smashed it so hard we came up 25% higher than our first target. So this isn't even a target, right? So now we're looking up here. So
Ooh,
that's why I'm looking at about 250 ADA. $2.50 is my next Cardano expansion target, really, for the ADA to BTC, because it's you can't look at it. You can't go ADA to USD and get perspective, right? Where are you? What is your perspective here? I mean, I guess you could, but yeah, I mean, if you okay, I'm sorry. If you do your if you do your fib levels correctly, you can look at the USD chart. But if you did not do your fib levels correctly, then no, you will not be able to gain any information. So we're looking for the 2618 here.
uh-oh. You still there?
Yeah, I still have news
Oh,
article
you
one
did.
up. Yeah.
Okay. No, no, I just went quiet there for.
Yeah, sometimes I
Stop and think.
sometimes I stop and think, yeah. So for the Bulls, I, this looks so freaking good. What else can we look at? XRP. Did we already do that?
Well, yeah, the the ones that people should be investing in, yes. The ones that legacy is what I call them. I think other people too.
Were you answering a question? Or are you talking to me?
No, 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 you, because you
Oh,
wanted to know what to look at, and I just said
you said legacy coins. Oh, LTC to
the big ones.
BTC. Yes, guys, it is here.
There you go.
It is
Holy
here.
cow!
It is here. It is here, folks. I don't know if you're new to the cryptocurrency market. You just struck fucking gold, bud. Uh, Look at this shit. 2017. Okay, that was the last time this coin. Well, I guess you could say this was a little move in 2018, but gosh, this is okay. This weekly just started. All right, chill. Everyone chill. Everyone chill. This monthly
Okay,
this monthly just started as well. Uh, uh, and So this is Litecoin to Bitcoin, basically. The value and Litecoin has underperformed with no. I don't believe there's been any real reason why it should be underperformed. If there's four times the value of there's four times the total supply of Litecoin than Bitcoin, then Litecoin should be like, 0.25 BTC per Litecoin. Well, I mean, if it's like a test net and it's more transactable than Bitcoin, I don't know. That just makes sense to me. Like that math If you value Bitcoin, then you'd value Litecoin as well. Litecoin's been around pretty much the same. If Bitcoin's a proof of, what is it called? Proof of, I don't know what you call it. Proof that something can work, then Litecoin's right behind it. Litecoin will
Yeah, I prefer Litecoin over ETH. I don't know
Uh,
why. I don't know why.
well, look at Litecoin on the LTC to BTC on the 1 year is negative 24%. Okay.
Hmm.
Now let's go to ETH to BTC on the 1 year is 16%. So I think they both look really good. I think that Ethereum will probably be. Ethereum has the potential to be, 70 grand one day, I believe. That's not my
Oh, okay.
that's
Oh, okay.
that's not my target, but like, that's what I think basically here would be like 70 grand ETH, and that could be, 4 years time or whatever. And I'm not here, saying that like ETH go hard, go ham, but I'm just saying that like my realistic perspective, if the cryptocurrency market is going to be $10 trillion in 4 years, and Ethereum currently owns or dominates like 10 or 15% of that, $10 trillion. And not only that, but the value of ETH to BTC is going to increase. It looks like it's going to increase. All signs point to it's going to increase. So basically, right, I don't know, point 0.1 ETH. If a Bitcoin was $100,000, 0.1 ETH would be 10K ETH. So probably more like
Okay,
10 year
Kermit.
10-year macro targets. I probably stirred the water with my $70,000 Ethereum target, but it's okay.
Okay, Kermit's answering your early question
Okay.
about what do you call it? You see, proof of concept.
Proof of concept. Yes, thank you. Exactly. If Bitcoin is a proof of concept, then so is Litecoin. And Litecoin is more of like the test net for Bitcoin, in my belief. Charlie Lee, no one cares. I don't care about the politics behind it. I'm just long on Litecoin, and the LTC to BTC chart. I know people, I know how impatient people are. I know people who just have sold all of their Litecoin because they're literally like, all these coins are doing really, really well, and Litecoin's just not performing. It just has not performed. And that doesn't make me want to sell my Litecoin. That makes me really, really excited for when it does want to perform. And this looks like the start of a really, really nice performance, if you will. Look, here's what I'm looking at here. This is our last low. We are failing. We are failing to make a lower low. We have fucking failed on this weekly, in my opinion. So, where's our high? Holy shit. Up here. So this here, so we got here, 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 and here. Those are our, that's where I'm looking. This doesn't mean crap to me. So this would be kind of like where my first, if Litecoin got here and then got rejected, I'd be a little disappointed. I want to see Litecoin break up above here with strong conviction. Okay, Litecoin's back in the ballpark once it gets back above here. Now we're back in the playing field, and then for whatever happens, it can happen this year going into next year or whatever the case may be. But what does that even look like? When will Litecoin be back in the ballpark? 0.005, I think. That's kind of what I'm looking at here. All right, any other coins? We'll look at AVE now. Ave to the tether on the weekly. Ooh, we actually had a little chart drawing going on here. So let's go down. Daily. All right, so we kind of broke out of this little wedge, and now we're just testing right on top of the channel. I think Ave still looks really, really bullish. Yeah, this doesn't look bad at all. This looks like it's actually holding on top of this channel. So if we break down, where are we? Monthly. I don't see my technicals. No technicals. I don't like this chart. Ave, BTC, Binance. Okay. Well, monthly. Ideally want to hold this monthly. Ideally do not want to lose this monthly. Ave to BTC. I bet we will. I bet we will hold it. That's my opinion. I mean, even if we came down a little bit lower, I still don't think that this coin's going to come back to levels. I still believe that these are probably going to be some of the bottom levels in our next, wherever we find our low, whether it be here or it be right here. This is our next place to test. This is our next. We cleared the shit out of this. So yeah, I think a lot of the altcoins look great, especially if BTC wants to come back to some, more realistic levels. But
Okay. That looks cool.
yeah.
So,
26 minutes. Yeah, I'll be right back. You can ask questions. I'm just gonna go pee.
okay. What is... Oh, you want me to ask you? Okay. Miner X312 asks about Atom. Atom.
Oh yeah.
So Atom, we'll get right back to that when he's finished doing whatever it is he's doing. And I think I don't want to know what he's doing. So Atom, we will get back to set miner. Dude, that just sounds, that's such a cool name. Sounds like you've ever any 70s live action puppetry shows, but that's what it makes me think of.
All right. Oh gosh.
Oh yes, if you guys want to join in on the Discord, there is the link right there at the bottom, and you're free to come in and talk if you want.
If you
Okay,
want.
so if you want, okay. Atom, that's what miner X312 is at.
All right. Well, we are gonna do what we do best here, and we're gonna look at the atom to the Bitcoin chart because that's the best way to go. Okay, Atom. Atom's a staker. I own Atom. I stake Atom. I like Atom. 2019 really has not. This would be another coin that has not really performed. I think probably because of the staking options. Whenever these coins go up, a lot of people are, it seems like, taking profit. So, same scenario, I think. This is the low on the daily, what we're looking at here. We're kind of holding this 314 moving average support, but I wouldn't hold too much weight to that. I could definitely see us come back down to like here. I think that's probably more of a better, there are other levels that we can come down. This in my opinion is the low. We'll probably not come back down here, and this is our next area to break in our next resistance. This resistance that we hit yesterday. Yeah, this is done. We don't even need this fucking line anymore. What line is this? This is the shit line, the 382. We don't need that. Oh, we do need that though. Okay, it's not letting me do it. Oh well. So 382 is not really going to be any resistance in my opinion. So wherever we find this bottom, we'll look for the whatever that is, 618. Yeah, 618, which is about 0.0005. So yeah, Atom looks great. So does Band. Band's another staker. I'm a staker. I'm a taker. Let's actually look at this chart. Doesn't it look interesting? Like when this does decide to blow, what would Atom weekly to BTC price discovery look like? Anything above there, I think. Any candle close, any weekly candle close above there. And that's going to happen. That's going to happen. Because it has a use case. Atomic swap, you know. Atomic wallet coin. That's another coin, actually. I don't know if you can actually chart it. But so Cosmos is the coin, but AWC, Atomic Wallet Coin, is the native token on the platform. And you can earn like 20% on those. But you can only buy them in BNB. It's weird. For full disclosure, I am currently switching my platform from Atomic Wallet. I'm keeping some of my stakers on there, but Celsius is the hottest crypto platform right now for staking and earning. So that's what I would recommend. That's what I'm doing personally. There are incentives to not being a U.S. citizen and using that platform, in that you can get paid out in the CEL token. Let's take a look at that. CEL. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. About 20 minutes left. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my god, what the fuck? Lol hacks, oh my god. Run, 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 run. A ruffle mouth. Alright, daily. Yikers? Okay, so. Not much data. 2019. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. This actually doesn't look terrible. Looking at the weekly, looks like we are posturing up. So we'll see how far down. Let's go down to the daily. Golly blessed. 21% daily wick. Wow. This is not going to be a coin that I feel comfortable about technical analyzing. I'm going to use fundamental analysis for this, I guess, and say this is a good point. This is a good coin, and this is a good project, based on the fact that the platform is badass. I want you to note. 1 week, negative 15%, 1 month, 32%, 3 month, 325%, 6 month, 296%, year to date, 600%. Okay, just make sure you are like, whenever I find new projects, like, okay, this is a project that the technical analysis doesn't look great, in my opinion. I like the 24% wick, but there's nothing here that says, like, I can just long from a technical perspective. I'm using fundamental analysis to long here. And whatever I enter in here will be pretty insignificant, you know. Should it go down? Should it come down 70% lower or whatever? Should it come down to 72 Satoshi? I'll double or triple, because I fundamentally am long on the platform because it's badass. I'm long and on badass platforms, and you can't go wrong with that, because that's not a gamble. That's like 400 IQ, educational guessing type shit. I just started watching this Poker Out Loud solve for why I think is the thing, but it's a YouTube video where they're actively talking about what they're think like. They each have headphones on. This is kind of off topic, but they talk about what they're thinking like as they're playing the game. And for me, I'm an unexperienced poker player. I can't do that. Like they're like, oh, he two bet a pre-flopped full raise with an offsuit coming back from, like, I don't have that capacity yet, but I feel like that's the best way to get it is just listen to other people who do. So there's a lot of similarities between playing poker and trading, and it all has to do with reading emotions, really. Read your player, read emotion.
Okay. Okay. Am I back?
Mm-hmm. You're back.
Oh, okay. I lost you for a bit there. I think the cow that we have our satellite relay attached to moved a bit. So, anyway, Golden Boy asks, "What about ANKR?"
Anchor. I own this one as well. So got its tether, anchors. I'm gonna give you perspective first, okay? Anchor is up 2,282% 1 year. It is up 1,305% 6 months. 875% 3 months, and 100% 1 month, and negative 17% on the 1 week. What does that mean? Doesn't mean shit. Just want you to realize that it's already up 1,500% year to date. Not saying that this coin is going to be great, just saying that if there is going to be a dip in the crypto market, this could be one of those coins that takes a dip-a-rooski. Just because it's already performed so friggin' well. Like, Coinbase listing and yada yada. I bought it. I bought the shit out of it. I didn't sell it. I think I bought it right. I don't know. I definitely doubled, if not tripled, whenever I bought it. And I'll hold it even if I'm in a position where it's worth less money than where I bought it. Even though it was up double or triple, I'd still, because this is going to be a fundamental long for me. Not a technical. There's nothing technical here that I can use. Let me see. ANKR Bitcoin Coinbase Uniswap. ANKR Ethos. We can probably, yeah. Okay. This gives you a little bit more idea, I believe. Get a weekly and daily. Yeah, probably going to keep coming down. Looking somewhere in there. Maybe higher, maybe a little bit, but that's kind of what I think. Like I said, I'm still going to hold, and if it comes down here, I'll buy more because I got it for so cheap, and it's probably going to be one of those coins that'll either earn you money. I'm trying to put this the best way possible. Let's look at band, and I think this is the best way possible to put it. 15 minutes left. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. All right, so I was very fortunate and found this coin at about $1, somewhere about here. And it's a staking coin, so I could stake it for like 17%. So I started staking, and I've been staking pretty much this whole time. And I could have sold definitely somewhere around here from $1 to $16 or $17, but that's not what my move is. That's a fucking killer trade. That's bonkers. Like, really, really nice. But why would you take that trade when your coins that you bought at $1 are passively generating you 17% on those coins? You will never be able to generate that passive revenue again. Or you'll never have that opportunity to generate that passive revenue again should you have exited. My point isn't to say that, like, don't take profit on altcoins, but my point is that I'm macro fundamentally long on these altcoins for a reason. And I'm long on this one because it's passively generating me way more money than this trade could have ever generated me. I'm earning like pretty much like 4 band a month from the shit that I bought here. And that's going to keep increasing forever on top of my band stack, which was entered at $1. And I'm not here to like brag. I want you to see what you can do as well. Like A&KR is one of those, I believe. It's at 14 cents or whatever. We'd have to look at the supply and do some more fundamental analysis, see if it's a staker. But I mean, I'm going to keep buying this crap. I'm going to keep buying it. I don't even know what it does. We can look at it.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Cool.
Oh, it's Web 3.0 infrastructure. Yeah, of course. Keep buying it.
Okie dokie. Miner X312 wants to know about SOL and Zen.
Zen is a great buy. SOL, you're shit out of luck. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
SOL to the Bitcoin's got a strong buy in the technical indicator. Let's see if we get more data. Hit BTC? Nope. Bitfinex? Yes, maybe. No. Hoobie dooby doo. There really isn't that much data on Sol unless I'm missing something. But it looks like it's in price discovery. It looks like it's already broke out here. And yeah, let's see what we can, if we can find some levels for our price discovery expansion. We're going to take a weekly fib. We're going to take it right from the top of our close, and we're going to smack it right to the bottom right there. All right. So we got a little resistance, 1,382, probably come up to the 1,618. So I think this looks pretty good. SOL to BTC probably look for 20% higher, somewhere around 0.00058. That's what I like. Doesn't this chart just look really sexy?
Okay, whatever floats your boat.
This does. That would be like PT1, or whatever, PT2, sure. Let's go down a little bit. Daily. Yeah. Screw that. Go long. Go long, boys. 4 hour.
Okay, Kermit. When you finish this, Kermit has the really...
No, go for it.
Oh, okay. What are your thoughts on the environmental impacts of BTC and NFTs? Will there be a pushback against them in the future for this factor?
No. I don't really know how NFTs play a role in environmental factoring for your question's purpose, but BTC being an environmental factor, like having an environmental concern, if anything, should push technology towards more efficient. If anything, it's a incentive to better the electricity technology that we have. I'll put it that way. Or should someone find a way to incentivize those who generate means of renewable energy to reduce the kilowatt hour per cost of electricity, making mining more profitable, and also making energy generation and consumption more efficient, I mean, I don't see the negative side effects of that. I don't know where the NFT came in on that conversation, but I fully believe that like graphics cards probably wouldn't have jumped as fast as they did should there had there not been, you know, like Bitcoin mining. Just the technology is just it's insane how rapidly or how fast we can we're increasing our ability as a race or as a species on this planet, just from a technological perspective. Like, I think we could probably use nuclear energy to mine Bitcoin or something. Yeah, that could be a if that's not already happening, someone in the world should do that. But I guess that free energy really isn't the macro, isn't what
Good morning.
isn't what
Okay.
they don't want free energy.
Nope.
So, anyways, if anyone wants to collab with me on that, I would love to make a renewable energy secondary incentive protocol called PogCoin, Proof of Generation. Let's go. I've got tons of ideas. That's today's pitch, okay? Poggers, bro. Poggers in chat. For the stream. Got about 7 minutes left. Kevin.
Okay.
Did I miss any coins?
Not that anyone asked about that I saw. How about what's your number one staking coin?
Oh, I forgot
What do you
Ren.
consider your number one?
My number one staking coin, I consider. In what sense? In what sense?
Like one that you would buy more and stake more because you're confident in that project and the returns you're going to get on it.
Matic and Ren.
Matic, Ren. Okay.
Yep. Polymatic and this coin right here, Ren. Basically, probably on the weekly, going to come down more. Looks like daily kind of wants to do the same thing. But this coin is just really, it's performed really well. And I'm excited to accumulate more of it at lower levels. So, 50 to 70. I think really, ideally, I'll start buying anywhere at or below about 90 cents. It's kind of what I'm looking at. Look at the 4 hour. 4 hour looks, oh God.
That chart's familiar. It looks like a lot of other charts.
Looks like a lot of other charts right now. It's probably going to follow Bitcoin.
Yep.
So that's what. Let's take a look at Matic. Matic stakes for pretty high percent. I don't know what Ren stakes for, or if the staking is even out for Ren yet. But oh yeah, look, another chart looks exactly like what we were looking at. Okay. Yeah, so this is another one that, I would be looking to accumulate just because of the staking. Like, if you're a validator, you get like 50% on this coin. But if you're a delegator, which means you delegate to a validator, then you get like 40, 38, you get a really high percentage. But I'm not doing that. I am going to be using Celsius at first and staking for like 11%, I think, which is kind of crap. But yeah, I'll move that later. So, yeah, I think Matic's pretty badass. Band is, it's hard because you can't. Polka Dot. Let's look at that one. Dot's a staker. Dot. I think it just moved actually into the third or fourth largest crypto spot. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, this chart looks super funky. Really hard to enter. Really, really hard to time and enter. Just huge institutional investment. Probably at any point you could buy some DOT. You probably would be all right coming back in 6 months or whatever if you were to stake. I like that level right there. And daily, I don't really know how to call this. I do not know. It's like daily rejection that hasn't yet played out yet. Almost. That's kind of what I'm looking at from Bitcoin. Right?
Okay.
I see this daily rejection, but it has not yet played out. So we saw the liquidation slide. We see the licks or whatever. People are impatient. People are longing. Yada, yada, yada. Whatever happens. Wait till we break here. Wait till we break 55.7. Again, to the downside, looking resistance or support being 51. But I would pretty much give this like a 10% chance, 10% chance or less of actually holding here. Probably have a better chance of holding. Oops. How do I do this? Crap. Shit. Hold. There we go. Probably have a better chance. Probably have about like a 45 to probably like a, I don't know. Let's just say 50. Probably 50% chance holding there. Being that a majority of people might be expecting this level, and we might just front run the shit out of that, and that's it. I personally do not expect this dip to be very long. I expect it to be quick. I expect it to be violent, and I expect it to have a strong upward move following. So we'll see what happens, but I think that we are due for lower levels for BTC based on our inability to break out of this 59,000 for like 8 days or whatever. So yeah, I think we're looking for lower levels, and that's why we've got this one right here. And I really don't give it a great chance of holding. So I'd be looking for this level here, and I think there are a lot of people looking at this level here. Anything underneath this, anything underneath here, you should just start logging BTC. And that's my play. That's what I'm looking to do. And, kind of scale in and take positions. I don't think this will be very long. So that's my
Boing.
daily 4 hour. Yeah, no, definitely. Super boing. Like one of the
Boing.
bigger springboards we've seen yet. There's, in my opinion, before the next, I don't know if you want to call it an exponential move, but like before we go to 80K or whatever, we're gonna liquidate some longs, and it's gonna be pretty violent. Whether that's long liquidation, and then we're ready to go. Not exactly sure.
That's the way of the crypto, though. It's brutal sometimes, but very rewarding at other times.
Yeah, and this is kind of going to take us into the end of the show today, but Jello makes a great point.
Yeah.
And that is, if you're new into crypto, like a lot of people who watch the stream, it seems like we get questions, hey, I'm just new into crypto and yada, yada, yada. Is now a good time to invest? And your ability to gain perspective is going to be your most powerful tool as a crypto investor. So is now a good time to invest in Bitcoin? Well, from a macro perspective, like for the next 4 to 10 years, yeah, sure, it's fine. But let's take this scenario when investors were all super crazy in 2017. Is now a good time to invest? Yeah, sure, if you're macro. But people who bought at 13 to 17K, so to speak, lost their ass for years because most of them sold here. And yeah, should you have gained that perspective that, hey, this was a good time, then you would love to buy in here now. Now you would love it. Now you'd love that shit, but you don't get that opportunity anymore, right? You have the
Yep,
perspective.
that's true.
Okay, so if you buy here, price is probably going to come back to here, and then whatever, in 3 or 4 years, you're going to be in the money. So you're new to the market. Having perspective to realize where we are in market cycles is important. Don't really have a whole bunch of literature for you to look up market cycles, but just look at like a monthly candle. Things don't go up forever, folks. Things don't go up forever, folks. I'm not saying that we have to come down. There's a lot of fundamental reasonings why the cryptocurrency market should continue to go up. But currently, for the next few days, I'm looking for lower levels for BTC. Keep an eye on. Keep an eye on. Keep an eye on daily close underneath 55.7. Okay, if we manage to hold a daily and hold this level basically, then I would have another scenario for you. But I fully believe that we'll probably close below 55.7 on this daily, and that could get pretty bloody. And we've got these two levels here that we're going to keep an eye out for. But ideally, my ultimate target would be to retest 41K. That's it for today's show.
Yeah.
What you
Just
got?
get one more question in?
Yeah.
I just got one last question somebody put in. Japel 3 lost a lot of money on ELF, and should he hodl it? I don't think he actually physically lost it, but it dropped in value.
Okay. You lost a lot of money on ELF. Should you hodl it? Where did you invest? Okay, so it looks like ELF is is pretty crappy performing altcoin to Bitcoin value. So no, I wouldn't sell. I would hodl it. Look at the 1 year negative 30%, 1 week negative 20%. You can literally, as long as this project has like a fundamental, if there's anything freaking fundamental about this, then hodl it, in my opinion. Look at this monthly chart. Looks pretty set, I guess, if you will. We can try to throw some fibs up here, but I'm not really sure how much value that's going to give you. I don't like those. Let's go to a weekly fib. Yeah. Okay. So kind of the same scenario that we've been looking at. I believe that these altcoins probably have bottomed to the BTC value. So this 300 Satoshi, you probably won't get that entry again. Depending on where you bought, dude. I'm not exactly sure what your Satoshi entry is, but look at the weekly, look at the daily. There's nothing here that technically says buy. I do think this is probably going to be the low 300 sats. I wish I had a little bit more data. Is this all the data? KuCoin. Yeah, this is all the data. I don't think it looks terrible. I would just make sure that your fundamental reasoning for holding this coin makes sense. Okay, so although this coin is going to pump, just make sure that it pumps for the right reasons, because you don't want to be fundamentally long on a shit coin. Like, I'm not saying Dogecoin is a shit coin, but it originally was a shit coin. And because it is such a meme, they have built a use case out of this shit coin. I mean, you can literally take any cryptocurrency and swap it on Uniswap for whatever you want. And when people are like, oh, I just want to take profit, bro, like, use my crypto. That's such a flawed... You can use your crypto for anything you want. You can buy a house. You can buy a boat. You can buy a car. You can buy... I don't know.
A wife.
You can buy a wife. You can buy. Did you say wife?
Yeah, I said wife.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding, guys.
you don't need
I'm
crypto
just
for
kidding.
that. Regular fiat works as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean this looks stupid. I don't know what this coin was, what this coin is, but most projects in 2018 were not. This just came out at a really unfortunate time. A lot of coins that were born in the bear market really haven't had an opportunity to like gain to the BTC value. And you see this. This was the second run up. BTC went to like 13K or whatever, and then we got smacked super hard, and we haven't seen anything yet. Um, from a technical analysis perspective, it doesn't look amazing. I like I said, I do think it's lower. That's probably lower, and then that's probably our next resistance,
Okie dokie.
and then probably like there, yeah. All right.
So we'll see you on Friday, I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose I'll see you guys on
Pretty
Friday.
sure. Yeah.
You got any leaving?
Everybody says. Sorry, what?
Everybody says what? I was going to ask if you have any leaving thoughts.
No. There, people are saying thanks, thank you, thanks, and
Namaste.
Kermit says thanks for the show, guys. Looking forward to the next one.
Hell yeah. I don't have any words of wisdom besides don't grab onto a live oyster with your hand. I don't know. That's not very smart. Yeah. You got anything for him?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh God, I lost some wisdom yesterday, so I gotta refill my wisdom.
Gotta refind it. Okay. Well, we'll be back on Friday with more wisdom for you guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys. Peace. Stay safe. Love you. Love all of you.
Bye, Elliot.
I love you, Jello.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Don't say goodbye, but if you do, don't break my heart.